I know that a good rest is very important for a woman, and nowadays many women actually they feel tired and they don't sleep well, they have insomnia or they cannot fall asleep easy. So let's start from the beginning. What time we should wake up and what time we should go to bed?
Well, first of all, this is an important topic because women, they are very much working in different areas now, especially in this modern age. They have to take care of the house, they also take care of the outer world. They are working professionals, and then they come back home, then they have to again take care of the kitchen and the children and the family. So it's very important, if they really want to stay in good health, that they should get a good deep sound sleep. So not only the timings are important, but the quality of sleep. In Ayurveda we say 2 hours of sleep before midnight is equal to 4 hours of sleep after midnight. So interestingly, that means we should find some time before midnight to go to sleep. So in Ayurveda we say the ideal time is 10 o'clock. We should go to bed by 10, and we can wake up at 5 or 5:30 or 6, latest by 6. It should be somewhere around the sunrise, or before sunrise is even better, because that is the time when the whole world is quiet, everything is peaceful. We say this is more sattva in the atmosphere at that time. This in Ayurveda is called Brahma Muhurta, this time, This is the time when you can meditate, you can really want to do something, concentrate. Even if you want to plan for the day, you want to do some things in the day, it's a good time to plan, concentrate, because everything is quiet and peaceful. Your mind is completely relaxed. So that is the proper time to wake up. And in Ayurveda, actually, sleep is considered to be one of the pillars of health. We say there are 3 main pillars. One is food. Food, of course, we understand, especially for the body. For the mind, very important is sleep. We say sleep is the diet of the mind. And there is a third supporting pillar described in Ayurveda. The word is brahmacharya, which is literally translated as celibacy, but I have changed the meaning. I say regulated sexual activities, because if you really want to make good progress, especially in spirituality, then you have to preserve your Shukra Dhatu, you have to have good ojas in your body. So that's why these 3 supporting pillars of health are very, very important. There are 3 main pillars of the human system: body, mind and soul. For each pillar we can say there is one supporting pillar. For the body there is food, for the mind there is sleep, and for the soul is celibacy or brahmacharya, or to just preserve your ojas. Because when you have good quality of ojas, you have the capability to understand the absolute truth, to understand the real philosophy. That's why you will find people who are low in ojas, they cannot understand anything about spirituality or philosophy. They're just lost in the material world.
I would like to ask you how many hours we should sleep, because many women somehow they think more they sleep, it's better and they would feel rested. But is that really a case?
Well, I don't think this is the case. I meet so many people who sleep long, but they are still tired. And one of the reasons for that is because if you sleep too long also, that also creates some blockage in your channels, especially if you are sleeping after sunrise. So this is again, if you go to bed late, maybe you go to bed 2 o'clock and you sleep 8 hours, maybe you wake up at 10 o'clock. This happens very often, especially in the weekend. So then you are actually working against your energies. When the sun rises, our body energies also wake up. They start working. It doesn't matter you're sleeping or you're wake up, but the energies, they are programmed like that. And when the sun goes down, then the energies also start to shut down. That's why we say early to bed, early to rise makes a person healthy, wealthy and wise. Wow. This is a very old saying all over the world. That means you should try to go to bed early. So I think for a healthy person, about 6 hours of sleep is good. 7 hours, okay, no problem, and maximum 8 hours is enough. You should not sleep more than. So that's what I said, that when you go to bed at 10 o'clock, anywhere from between 4 to 6 you can wake up, depending on how is your routine, what kind of work you do. People who do a lot of physical work, they need to take more rest. Some people maybe, especially who are not doing so much physical activity, they can always wake up early. But it also depends on the quality of sleep. If the quality of sleep is good, even 6 hours of sleep is quite sufficient.
I heard a saying that women, they can allow themselves to sleep, let's say half an hour or 1 hour more than a man, let's say. Is it true? Would you agree? For example, if the woman is pregnant or she's a little bit emotional, tired, can she allow?
Definitely. Ayurveda also says that people who are in that state, especially people who have some kind of special condition, like you said, pregnancy, or when people are a little bit having some small sickness, children especially, women, old people. So because men are considered physically more strong, and of course we agree to that physically women are different makeup. So because they are not as strong, they are weak physically, so an hour of extra sleep will help them to rejuvenate and get their energy back. So it's no problem.
That's a very good thing to know. I would like to speak also about preparation for sleep, because sometimes when we come back from work or from the city, we check our iPads, iPhones, we switch on the TV. How we should prepare for the bedtime, for the sleeping time, that the sleep would be sound and beautiful?
This is a very good question, because a lot of people in the world today have problem falling asleep, or even if they fall asleep, their quality of sleep is not good. They're actually just waking up in the middle of the night, or just tossing in the bed, turning around. According to Ayurveda, this is primarily a Vata problem. When Vata is aggravated, especially when Vata goes into the brain, and Vata, it's very mobile, in the nature of the Vata is it keeps on moving, so it keeps on moving your brain. Even if you want to fall asleep, it's difficult. So the question is, how do we prepare? So we want to bring down the Vata. We want to just make the brain and the mind calm so that we can fall asleep. So I would say, of course, when we are in the office, things are not under our control. We have to keep our brain alert. We have to do so much work. There's a lot of pressures. It's okay. Moment you leave the office, you should shut down the door in the brain, in the mind. The problem is that people bring their office into the home, and when they are driving in the car, they're still working. That's why if there is a little bit of a problem in the traffic, they become so agitated, they become so disturbed. You might have seen people on the road, they're so anxious, so nervous, and they're just restless, because they are not able to relax. So moment you leave the office, shut down your office, because this is not your office, so now you're driving. Put some nice music, relax, go home. Home is also not your office. There is a family, maybe there is a partner, there are children. You want to spend time with them. That's the purpose of life, is to have some love and some family and some good time in your life. So go home. First thing, you just do a Savasana. Very nice. 5 minutes, relax, focus your mind on the breath. You will realize that all your body and mind is calm. Then do a nice head massage, very nice. You can do it every day or alternate days. Any oil, you can use sesame oil or any other oil which is available. Just apply nicely. You can put some oil in the ears and touch a little bit in the nose, and then take a shower with warm water, or if you want to take a bath, you can take a bath. Just 15-20 minutes, you will be a totally different person. Then you have your evening time, whatever. Even if you're alone, cook yourself a nice dinner, play some nice music, read some spiritual book. And before you want to sleep, at least 1 hour before, you should start preparing. Especially don't stimulate. So no coffee, no alcohol, no like television or watching something which is agitating. Some people, what they do is they're watching TV, and in this process they cannot fall asleep. I've seen people watching TV up to 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and then they complain, I can't fall asleep, because you are keeping your mind stimulated. So how can you fall asleep? So especially for women, I would suggest that they should find this good sleep sleeping time and they should prepare for it, and this is how you can do it. Then before going to bed, it's very nice to drink a cup of hot milk. You can put some nutmeg powder or maybe a pinch of cinnamon powder is very nice, some cardamom, you can, these are all very nice and they help you to have a good sleep. It's very, very important.
Thank you so much, it is so useful. I would like to speak about, in Western called beauty sleep, sleeping during the daytime. What Ayurveda says about it, and is it allowed, is it recommended?
Well, no. In Ayurveda, we don't recommend sleeping during the daytime, because when you sleep during the daytime, you are actually increasing kapha in the body. Of course, you are also blocking the channels, and there's a lot of problems can be caused by that. Of course, Ayurveda suggests that, especially after lunch, you can have a short relaxed time. Maybe we can call it like a power nap. These days they call it power nap. Maybe 5 to 10 minutes you can just recline on a sofa, or just if you have a place to lie down, just lie down. So that, because the food has now reached your stomach and lunch is our main meal, so the energies are now directed towards the food to digest it. So normally we also feel a little bit sleepy after lunch. So if you'll take a little relaxed time, just lie down, and if you can lie down on your left side, it is very good, because then your right nostril becomes active, and this actually helps the digestive fire to become more active. So this is some simple things described in Ayurveda. Of course, during the daytime, if you are having a strong physical day working during the daytime, and you get tired, in between also you can take these kind of like breaks where you can just recline, relax, or if possible do a shavasana, or just deep breathing. Deep breathing is very nice. When you breathe deep for 5 minutes and just observe your breath, the mind becomes totally relaxed, and this gives you energy, extra energy, so you can continue with your work. Not only physical relaxation, but also mind becomes relaxed. So this is what Ayurveda suggests, but not sleeping. Sleeping is not advised, especially because in some parts of the world we see that the days are not so long. In India, sometimes we have long hot summers, so they say to take a small relax, what I say.
But it shouldn't be called a sleep.
Not sleeping, sleeping is not good.
Thank you so much for your answers, it was very, very useful.